Namaste. Depending on the region from where you've joined, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear friends. Welcome to 7th episode of GITA-NRITYA. We from Carnatic Conservatory of Paris and Samanvay Foundation wish you all a very happy 75th Independence Day. As part of Independence Day speech, our dear President of India, Ramnath Kovindji, touched upon a range of topics such as India's freedom struggle, philosophy of our freedom movement, our Olympic heroes, challenges of COVID-19, and COVID warriors' tireless effort to bring back normalcy, Gaganyaan, the space mission, sacrifices of our brave soldiers, and the need for all of us to live in harmony with each other and with the nature. Last week, Bhavana and I had a chance to interact with His Excellency, Ambassador of India to France and region of Morocco, Javed Ashrafji, where he shared that India is at the cusp of a transformation that comes only once in 200 years in a nation's history. As our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji says, it is a blessing that we as a nation have been given this opportunity to contribute. It is our responsibility to make sure that we make every effort in our chosen area of work to make good of this opportunity. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Amrita Mahotsava, is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of progressive India and the glorious history of its people, culture, and achievements. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an embodiment of all that is progressive about India's socio-cultural, political, and economic identity. The official journey of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav commenced on 12th of March 2021, and it started 75-week countdown to our 75th anniversary of independence and will end post a year on 15th of August 2022. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav was conceptualized with an objective of being an intensive countrywide campaign or worldwide campaign, which will focus on citizen partnership, participation to be converted into a Janandolan, where small changes at local level across the world of Indians will add up to be something significant what the nation gains. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav was conceptualized with themes such as Vishwaguru Bharat, Ideas, Achievements and Resolve, Atmanirbhar Bharat, India's rich cultural heritage, celebrating unsung heroes, and Independence 2.0. I would love to play a small video related to Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav as part of our Independence Day celebration. Let me share my screen.
We would be playing the national anthem. Kindly request everybody to stand up and yeah, thank you.
Are you able to see?
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Yeah. So, Carnatic Conservatory of Paris. Carnatic Conservatory of Paris collaborated with the Azerbaijan-based group East or West to sing national anthem. It was an honor that the collaborative video was recognized and released on the Twitter handles of Embassy of India in France, Embassy of India in Azerbaijan, and official Twitter handle of Amrit Mahotsav. The effort was retweeted by His Excellency Ambassador Sir as well. Carnatic Conservatory of Paris, in association with Samanvay Foundation, is bringing to you GITA-NRITYA as part of this very celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Now, I request Bhavana Pradyumna to continue the event GITA-NRITYA.
सुमधुर वीणा मुरली संगीत नृत्य सम्मिलित सद्भावनार्पित सुमधुर वीणा मुरली संगीत नृत्य सम्मिलित सद्भावनार्पित गीत-नृत्य
Namaste. I wish you all a very, very happy Independence Day. India at 75 is indeed a very, very proud moment for all Indians living in India and across the world. Under the patronage of Indian Embassy France, Carnatic Conservatory of Paris, to celebrate Amrit Mahotsav 75 years of Indian independence, we are curating GITA-NRITYA with the Samanvaya Foundation by Veena Murthy Vijay ma'am. It was her brainchild, GITA-NRITYA, which is an extension of Bhagavad Gita doodles that is bringing up episode after episode. And today we have our Guru, Dasyam Gopika Varma Guruji, today here to share her experience and help us make Bhagavad Gita relevant to the present generation through dance, music, art, and many others. We are supported by NamVara Studios India, EKA Unity Portugal, and Samskaara Bharathi India. Carnatic Conservatory of Paris, founded by Pradyumna and I, is based out of France, promoting Indian music, dance, yoga, and scriptures. Its projects have been recognized by the Ministry of Culture, Government of India and France, ICCR, and different embassies, Indian embassies across the globe. Carnatic Conservatory of Paris is committed to spread knowledge about Indian music, supported by scientific research. It recently collaborated with National Academy of Sciences, Azerbaijan, to do the first ever study of Indian Raga and Azerbaijan Mugam academically. Raga and yoga was conceptualized with a vision to beautifully confluence the melody of raga with the poise of yoga. Yogis and yoginis would perform yoga while raga alap and mantra chantings would blend in to create positive vibrations and a peaceful experience. CC Paris has many firsts to its name. One such most important project is where we worked tirelessly to introduce Indian classical, vocal, instrumental music, Veena, and dance, Odissi, as part of curriculum in a French conservatory, which is the first in any European conservatory. It is now a part of the French conservatory, wherein it is a 9-year course study and awarded with a diploma at the end of the 9-year course. To talk about Veena Murthy Vijay ma'am, who is very instrumental in bringing GITA-NRITYA episodes to us, Dr. Veena Murthy Vijay is a dancer with a commitment towards the propagation of Indian dance tradition all over the world. Veena's rare grace and dramatic talent have taken her to great heights in her chosen art form, Kuchipudi. In an illustrious career spanning over 3 decades, Veena has been honored with State Award Karnataka Kalashri by Karnataka GITA-NRITYA Academy for the year 2009-10. Veena is the director of Sri Rajarajeshwari Kalaniketan, Bengaluru, imparting training in Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi style of dance to her students. Samanvay has been her brainchild, a dance company and an institution imparting training in dance for academic diplomas and degrees courses which are job ready and affiliated to Bangalore University. Awarded with an honorary doctorate for reconstructing 20 new Adavo patterns in Kuchipudi based on Karnataka Yakshagana, she has been recently nominated as the governing council member of Kalakshetra Foundation, Chennai, by the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Under the patronage of Indian Embassy, France, Carnatic Conservatory of Paris is bringing Bhagavad Gita Doodle episodes to you every Monday, which was instrumental in curating GITA-NRITYA. I will be playing one of such episode of Bhagavad Gita Doodle, which is released both in English and in French.
Under the high patronage of the Indian Embassy, France, Carnatic Conservatory of Paris presents the Bhagavad Gita, episode 26. Aho bata mahat papam kartum vyavasita vayam yadrajya sukhalobhena hantum swajana mudyatah. Alas, how strange it is that we have set our mind to perform this great sin. Driven by the desire for kingly pleasures, we are intent on killing our own kinsman. Arjuna recollect the sin they committed once without withdrawing from the game of dice played with the Kauravas to uphold the Raja Dharma, kingly duties. We, Pandavas, did not even withdraw from the game, knowing the fact that we lost our kingdom, our wealth, and eventually what happened to our wife Draupadi, who was stripped by the Kauravas, was a great sin, said Arjuna. Analogy. As the saying goes, once bitten, twice shy. If one loses friendship, love, or investments, they will be careful or fearful about doing it again. Time to reflect. Knowing well the right thing to do, are you still hesitant to do something because of your past bitter experiences? Leave your comments in the comment section. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Every episode would have a time to reflect session, wherein we ask questions and request audiences to post their experiences, their reflections. Today, as we celebrate Indian independence, coming out of the past experiences, I would like to share our experience. Indian knowledge system are not only extremely scientific, but also intricately intertwined with aesthetics and linguistics. Coming back from the past experiences from the pre-independent India, today we are looking back to our roots proudly and confidently, falling back to our scriptures, depending on our yoga, music, history, and the holistic living of the ancient India that we always lived. The rise of India's global stature in recent decades at various multilateral forums, the increasing popularity of yoga and Ayurveda, and the world community. Indian epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, as well as Buddhism, traveled far and wide and continue to flourish even today, especially in the Southeast Asian countries. India's civilizational connect, however, was never a consequence of war or colonization, but rather an outcome of exchange of ideas, traditions, and culture that accompanied trade of various goods, as Dr. Vinay Sahasrabudhe, president of ICCR, quotes. Embracing Namaste as a greeting during the ongoing pandemic are some of the most evident examples of Indian soft power. For Indian soft power to achieve its full potential, it is imperative to have an integrated approach that amalgamates public diplomacy at the global level with a creative economy at the local level. This necessitates the involvement of all stakeholders, including artists, entrepreneurs, academics, policymakers, and a civil society. President Kovind, Honorable President Ramnath Kovind, sir, further said, all of us should imbibe the motto, Mera har kaam desh ke naam. All my work is for the country as a mantra, and work with full devotion and dedication for the development of the nation. And today, we, through Carnatic Conservatory of Paris, as non-residing Indians, are collaborating with Samanvay Foundation for GITA-NRITYA, Veena Murthy Vijay ma'am, and we are bringing Indian culture to a global audience, with a global reach, with the confident India, falling back on our scriptures, making Bhagavad Gita relevant to the present generation. And now is the time to reflect with our honorable guest, Guru Dasyam Gopika Varma Guruji. Namaste Guruji. It is a wonderful blessing for us to celebrate Independence Day with you and with your knowledge, with your experience that you have gained over the years. Heartily welcome you. To speak few words about Gopika Varma Guruji. Gopika Varma married into the erstwhile royal family of Travancore, Pururatatti Tirunal Martanda Varma, descendant of Maharaja Swati Tirunal. Gopika Varma Guruji started learning Mohiniyattam at the age of 10 from Srimati Girija and Srimati Chandrika Kurup, both senior students of Srimati Kalyani Kottiyamma. Later, she has specialized in the art form under the able guidance of Srimati Kalyani Kottiyamma herself and her daughter, Srimati Sridevi Rajan. She was also fortunate to learn Abhinaya, which is the quintessence of Mohiniyattam, from Kalamandalam Krishnan Nair, the doyen of Kathakali. She has gained a wealth of knowledge and professional training in the Sopana style of performance from Kavalam Narayana Panikar, a veteran in Indian theatrics. Gopika has performed extensively at various art festivals, sabhas, and temples all over India, and she has won laurels from abroad when ICCR chose her to represent India. Her Mohiniyattam is marked by extreme grace and fluidity of movement, transmitting radiance through movements and expressions that at times sigh with nostalgia, purity, sanctity, while being blessed with geometrical precision and technical finesse. Guru Gopika Varma Guruji is running a Mohiniyattam dance school called Dasyam in Chennai and Bangalore. Her vision is to develop Mohiniyattam outside of Kerala to those brimming with talent and passion for the art form, and also to assist those who are worthy of scholarship and provide necessary facilities to all performing and non-performing artists by conducting yearly workshops, lecture demonstrations, and performing in festivals. As part of this, she also narrates stories online in an interesting way wherein the audiences are from across the world. She's also awarded, some of them are Sangeeta Natak Academy Award, the Nritya Chudamani Award, Natya Ratna, the Yuva Kala Bharathi by Bharat Kalachar in 2001. She became the first Mohiniyattam dancer to receive this award. She is also recipient of the Kala Darpana Award in 2003 and Outstanding Performance Award by the House of Commons, London, 2003, and the prestigious Kalaimamani Award, EL Isai Nataka Mandram, in 2004 from the Government of Tamil Nadu. Few of her solo productions are Shankaracharya and Gandhari. There is also a concept which is based on Mirror, which claimed huge response and honors for the art form. So, Guru Gopika Varma ji, it's an honor, it's a blessing to have you as part of our GITA-NRITYA episode. Veena ma'am, it's now time to reflect with Guruji, our honorable guest. Namaste.
Namaste, ma, namaste.
Namaste, Gopika ji, and a very, very happy Independence Day, the 75th year of our nation's independence. In fact, I wanted to talk about independence and how we achieved it and how Bhagavad Gita has played a major role in bringing us independence, which I will talk a little later in between our conversation. Right now, it's my honor and I deem it a proud privilege to talk to my very dear friend, Gopika Varma. Her journey into dance is an exemplary example for inspiration to everyone. Belonging to a very acclaimed family tree, she needn't have pursued anything. She could have just been the princess and stayed at home enjoying all the royalty. But this was not the path she chose. She chose the path of karma based on dharma, which is from Bhagavad Gita. She is an ideal, she's an inspiration to every dancer today, and her generosity and her kindness is appreciated by every student and dancer. Gopika Garu, I would just like you to share what and how Bhagavad Gita has influenced you in your life and in your career.
Thank you, Veena ji, for your kind and very loving words, and Bhavana ji also. Thank you so much for your kind words and inviting me to this beautiful concept. Yes, in everybody's life, Bhagavad Gita is present in everybody's life. If you're doing good or bad, either way, it is present. Either you are Pandava or you are Kaurava. So you are either way, you are one of them. But I always feel what I have learned, I'm trying to do it, which is difficult. I will not say that I have succeeded in achieving it, but I'm trying every day to practice Nishkama Karma. What Bhagavan Krishnan told Arjuna at his Vishada Yogam, where he says that Nishkama Karma is very important. You should just do things without expecting anything back. Nishkama Karma. No, don't expect anything back while doing it. I think we are all just human beings. No? We are all Sadharana Manishya. So it is very difficult for us to practice that. If I give you 10 rupees, I am just thinking, what will I get back from you? That is what is on my first buddhi will go to that. What am I benefiting out of it? Why am I giving her something? Why am I giving this thing? So what will I benefit out of it? But what Bhagavan says that you should do without expecting anything, which is very difficult to practice. Which is very, very, very difficult to practice, because in today's world, everybody is calculating, everybody is living with calculators. So our life is measured. What am I benefiting? What is my benefit? What am I achieving? What is my achievement? What is my goal? Am I reaching to my goal? So to live a life following the principle of Nishkama Karma is difficult. But
so do you think that having a goal it itself is the wrong thing to do because you want to follow nishkama karma, or is there a like the present day a cheat code to follow nishkama karma according to dharma?
Vinaji, we are in Kali Yuga. It is very difficult for us to live. Everybody does no achieved goal, note, we write it down what you want to do in 10 years from now, 20 years from now. We don't know whether we are going to be alive next 10 days. Or why 10 days, 10 next 20 minutes, we are there also, we don't know. But we have our plans for 20 years, we have plans for 30 years, we have plans for 40 years. But to leave away all that is very difficult. To achieve that is very difficult. And many times I feel that, you know, when somebody hurts my grandfather used to say, I didn't help them at all. Why are they hurting me? I didn't do any help to them. So when you help somebody, you expect something, no? We expect something back from them. And when they hurt you, it really, you feel bad about it. So if you can achieve it, it is very difficult. But I don't know. I am doing a lot of sadhana. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to follow Bhagavad Gita and trying to control my mind, desire, everything. But to reach that stage is very difficult. But with the help of Bhagavad Gita, I think if we can get 10% of it, it will be good. It is very difficult to achieve that state. Don't you think so?
Lord Krishna says, Lokesmin Vivida Nishtha Pura Prokta Mayanaga Gnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. Bhagavan Krishna says there are two kinds of faith declared by me: the science of individual conscious attaining communion with the ultimate conscious by the path of knowledge for the empiric philosophers, and the science of individual consciousness attaining communion with the ultimate consciousness by the path of action for the yogis. So, do you think dance is one kind of a practice, like how yogis practice, a very good path to follow the nishkama karma, which is said by Bhagavan? And also, how have you adapted this in your dance in bringing out certain myriad expressions and emotions through being nishkami? In the sense, we have, when we are enacting a certain, say, a Gandhari, you have to be Gandhari, but you have to be Gopika too. You have to be detached. But at the same time, you have to emote and feel and also be Gandhari at that moment. So how does this come in? And what is the way you have achieved expertise in that? What is the path to that? And Bhagavad Gita really is suitable in this approach. Can you please explain?
Yes, Vinaji, what I want to what I want to practice in my life is what Maharaja Swati Tirunal of Travancore, the great Maharaja, who was a king among the poets and the poet among the kings. So what in his Bhakti Manjari, what he has said is, in your avattu samvattu, in your avattilam, when in your kashtakalam, avattu, when in your sad time, or in samvattu, when in your good times also, samvattu, avattu samvattu, bhaktir mama achanchala. My bhakti will be achanchalam. My bhakti will be achanchalam. Please give me what he is asking Padmanabha Swami. He is asking Padmanabha Swami that please give me bhakti, which is achanchalam, achanchala bhakti. That bhakti has to be achanchalam in my apattu and in my sambatakal. When I am in disaster, also my bhakti should be with me. My bhakti should not go away from me. Bhakti should not deprive me in my apattu kalam, in my uh, sad situation, in my bad times. I should not forget you. I should not come fight with you. I should not ask you why this to me. And at the same time, in my Sambattu Kalam, in my good times, I should not forget you, Swami. I should not forget you, Bhagavan. Please give me that bhakti. He's asking him to give him that bhakti. To be equal, achanchalam, achanchalam. It has to be equal in Avattu and Sambattu Kalam. So give me that bhakti. That is what Maharaja asked Padmanabha Swami. So if you have bhakti, which is achanchalam, and you have strong belief in God, that in my all kalam, in my good times or bad times, He is there to protect me. He will be there with me and He is going to take care of me. Why should I worry? Why should I be sad? Why should I be have the wavering mind? Why should I have that? That strong belief what Arjuna had on Krishna, the strong belief what he had, because when they came to call Krishna for the Mahabharata Yuddham, he told, I will give you my Kudrapade, Yanapade, everything, all my soldiers, everything I will give it to you. Duryodhana, me alone, one person will go with Kauravas, with Pandavas, and my entire warriors, my elephantry, my horses, everything I will give it to you. But can I one person go with him? And Duryodhana thought for a minute, and thousands of soldiers with me, and one Krishna, what can he do? And he said, okay, you can take Krishna. And what did Arjuna say? I don't want anything. I don't want elephants. I don't want horses. I don't want thousands, battalion of soldiers. I just want you to be with me, Krishna. Krishna, be with me. Just be with me. And he told Arjuna that I will never touch weapon. I will never touch weapon. I will be only your chariot. But Arjuna was so much of faith on Krishna, and he said, Krishna, be with me, just be with me. That is enough. That is his strong bhakti, what he had for Krishna. That saved Arjuna to win the battlefield. And I feel as a dancer, I have to detach myself from Gopika Varma to become Gandhari. And Gandhari asked Krishna after the battle. He said, she asked him, Krishna, I had 100 sons. Did you leave one son for me, one child for me to do my last ritual? I'm not asking for my 100 children. I'm asking one child, the worst one out of 100, not the strongest one, the worst one. Why you didn't leave one child for me who will do my last ritual? Why were you so cruel, Krishna? Why did you do that? I will die without peace. Why did I do? And what did Krishna say? Mother, you had many times to correct your children. Many times to correct your son, correct your brother. But you were just Muka Sakshi. Muka Sakshi means you just stood as Sakshi without reacting. That is the punishment you are getting for that Muka Sakshi, being Muka Sakshi. And look at Gandhari's plight. Now I feel very sorry for her. And she had to fight, and she had to live as the Sakshi for the whole war. And she survived her children and grandchildren. Everybody, she lost everybody in the battlefield. So doing Gandhari was very difficult, very difficult. Even Draupadi was very difficult. I asked Krishna, Krishna, is this war my victory or my failure? If this is my victory, I have lost all my children. I have lost all my children, my grandchildren, my relatives, everybody I have lost. And Krishna, if this is my failure, then what happens to my Shabata to tie my hair in blood? The Shabata I took when Kauravas insulted me in front of the Sabha, in front of elders, in front of my husband, who were not able to even lift their head. Krishna, is this my victory or my failure? After Kurukshetra, winning the Kurukshetra, and for Draupadi, and she was able to tie her hair. After that, she is asking, is this my victory or my failure? So, end of the day, the winners or the losers, none of them were happy. And Krishna taught everybody that this is your karma. This is what you have to do. This is the karma which you have to follow. And nobody can stop karma. And what karma is waiting for you, you have to accept it, receive it with both the hands, with gratitude. End of the war, after the war, Kunti Devi asked Krishna asked Kunti Devi, Amma, what do you want now? Your children have won the war, and what do you want? And you know what Kunti Devi asked? Kunti Devi told Krishna, I want sorrow at every point of my life. Let sorrow be my companion. Why? Why you want sorrow to be your companion? Krishna, when I have sorrow, I remember you always. എനിക്ക് ദുഃഖം വേണം. ദുഃഖം എൻ്റെ സഹത സഞ്ചാരിയായി വേണം. Why? I want to remember you, Krishna. At every minute, every second of my life, Krishna, I want to remember you. If I am happy and I forget my sorrow, I will not forget you, but I am also a human being. Chances are there for me to forget you. At any point of my life, I don't want to forget you, Krishna. Give me sorrow.
Yes.
I think Kundi is the only mother who asked for sorrow, Veena. And all the three ladies, I have lot of sympathy for them. They are most courageous ladies of Mahabharata. But they were all, as Draupadi said, is this my failure or my victory? Even though Kunti, all her 5 children won the battle, she lost Karna to them, her firstborn. I can't hear you. Veena ji?
Bhakti. Yeah. Bhakti and karma are two very, very essential ideals to be followed, as said by Krishna. And for that, he prescribes karmendriyani samyama aste manasasmaram indriyatmam vimudatma mitya acharya sa yuchyate. Anyone who, having controlled the 5 working sense organs, remains thinking within the mind about the senses and sense objects, that foolish being is known as hypocrite. So whatever you said just now is possible only if we control these sense organs which are working with us all the time. The desire to see beautiful things, the desire to hear beautiful things, to touch nice, and to taste good food, all these things should be within our control. If once we lose control about these 5 sense organs and pretend that it is under our control, then we are foolish, is what Krishna says. Let us play a beautiful clipping of Mohiniyattam. This is a a beautiful production Gopika ji presented in Bangalore for my festival. And this talks about Sadguru Shankaracharya's Bhajagovindam. And it is a marvelous production, and it's historic, and it's beautiful to play it today because which is all the more very relevant. Pradyumna, can you kindly play?
Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Mudamade, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Mudamade, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Mudamade. Samprapte sannihite kale, Samprapte sannihite kale, nahi nahi rakshati drukngarane, nahi nahi rakshati drukngarane. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Mudamade. Muda jahihi danagamatrishnam, Kuru sadbudhvim manasi vitrishnam, Yallamase nijam karmopatam, Yallamase nijam karmopatam, Vittam tena vinodaya chitam. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Mudamade. Naristhana Bharana Videsham, 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 Naristhana Bharana Videsham. Drishtva magam mohavesham, Drishtva magam mohavesham, Edal mam savasadi vikaram, Edal mam savasadi vikaram, Manasi vichildaya varam varam, Manasi vichildaya varam varam. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Mudamade. Nalini dalagada jalamati taranam, Nalini dalagada jalamati taranam, Tadvajivitam atishaya chapalam, Vidivyathyapi managrastam, Lokam shokahatam cha samastam. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam Bhaj Mudamade. Balastavat Kridasakta, सकता तरुणस्ताव तरुणी सकता वृद्धस्ताव चिल्दा सकता वृद्धस्ताव चिल्दा सकता परमे ब्रह्मणि गोविंद सकता भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज
Can't have enough of this. What a marvelous artist. We are truly, truly blessed to have you, Gopika Garu. So beautiful. Amazing.
It says so beautifully, no? Whatever you gain, how much of a scholarship you have, how much of a money you have, how much of a degrees you have, whatever, nothing will go with you at the time of your death. What will go with you? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Muktamate. Just think of Govinda, that is all. Nothing else can accompany. All your wealth, all your scholarship, nothing will accompany.
This is the great philosophy that our freedom fighters had.
Yes.
To get independence to our country.
And the great
years ago.
Jagat Guru Adi Shankaracharya, who wrote this, has taught us, but
Yes.
it is very difficult for us to practice it. That is the problem we have.
Just to recall how Bhagavad Gita has been instrumental, has been the main source of inspiration, knowledge, and courage for all the freedom fighters. We have, at the beginning, the influence and the say of the sacred Bhagavad Gita for our freedom fighters. Here's what Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi says, whom we all address as Bapu, the father of nation, said about the sacred Bhagavad Gita. The Gita is the universal mother. She turns away nobody. Her door is wide open to anyone who knocks. A truly votary of Gita does not know what disappointment is. He ever dwells in perennial joy and peace that pass understanding. But that peace and joy come not to skeptic or to whom he is proud of his intellect or learning. When disappointment stares me in the face and all alone, I see not one ray of light, I go back to Bhagavad Gita. I find a verse here, a verse there, and I immediately begin to smile in the midst of overwhelming tragedies. And my life has been full of external tragedies. And if they have left no visible or indelible scar on me, I owe it all to the teaching of Bhagavad Gita, is what Mahatma Gandhi says. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, one of the greatest freedom fighters, penned the Srimad Bhagavad Gita Rahasya, also referred to as the Gita Rahasya or Karma Yoga Sashira, a book based on the sacred Bhagavad Gita. According to Tilak, the Gita focused on Nishkarma Karma and Karma Yoga, meaning selfless actions. Hence, he expressed his views in Marathi in a book in 1915 when he was held captive in jail in Mandalay, Burma, Myanmar during 1908 and 1904. Coming to Bhagavad Gita, and Lala Lajpat Rai also wrote a book titled The Bhagavad Gita and the Message. When he was exiled at Mandalay from Punjab, Lala Lajpat Rai derived strength and drew inspiration from the Bhagavad Gita, and hence he read it every day when he was spending tough times in exile. Sri Aurobindo Ghosh, the Gita is not a weapon for dialectical warfare. It is a gate opening on the whole world of spiritual truth and experience, and the view it gives us embraces all the provinces of that supreme region. It maps out, but it does not cut up or build walls or hedges to confine our vision. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, whom we should always remember today. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, one of the names that resonate while talking about the India's freedom struggle, also drew inspiration from the Bhagavad Gita. It is said Netaji read Gita and drew inspiration from the philosophies of Vedanta. Khudiram Bose, perhaps one of the youngest freedom fighters, Khudiram Bose made the supreme sacrifice at the age of 18 for freedom of India. When Khudiram Bose was hanged, he went to the gallows with a smile and the Bhagavad Gita in his hands. Just imagine the sacrifice that they have made. And what gave them the courage was that Bhagavad Gita. The composer of our national song, Vande Mataram, is also the author of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Bengali edition by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyaya. The book, which had Chattopadhyaya's commentary, was published posthumously in 1902. So these are some of the great, eminent people, philosophers who have faith in the Karma Yoga and who have given us this freedom today. And we should offer our gratitude and prayers to such great souls. And we are truly blessed to offer that today, the 75th Independence Day.
And Veenaji, I have to remember Chinmayananda Swamiji Chinmayananda, where I grew up listening to him on all his Gita-NRITYas, and for some years, I was permanently Krishna in all those Gita, Bhagavad Gita and Gita Udesham dance dramas done by children when I was a child by Chinmayananda Mission. And I was so happy that I got very closely, I could listen to Chinmayananda Swamiji's Bhagavad Gita-NRITYa, be part of Gita-NRITYa.
Bhavana is a wonderful Carnatic vocal artist, and it is her immense contribution to our Indian culture when she is abroad, overseas, giving wonderful doodle videos to young children as well as older people like us to follow and to learn Bhagavad Gita in a very simple way and also to reflect upon. Gopika ji, she has chosen 2 shlokas for you today, for you to just give us a glimpse of your magnanimous Abhinaya. Can you please play the music that Bhavana has sung for Bhagavad Gita and do a small little Abhinaya for us? Sorry to interrupt you, Gopika ji, 1 minute.
Yeah.
The audio is not. Audio is not happening. Can we change the program a little bit? Bhavana, can you please sing live? I think
that will be the best.
Audio will be more clearer because it's not matching with the video.
Okay.
Is that all right with you, Bhavana?
I'm okay, but I think it should be a free flow now. It will be a free flow improvisation.
Let us see how it goes.
That will be wonderful.
Maybe technically for those who are watching us, if they are on a view, which is the speaker view, they may not be able to see both Bhavana and Gopika ji.
I will be only on the audio. Ma'am will be
on we can pin Gopika Garu. Yes.
Yeah, please. I was about to request that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just 1 minute. Let me set up.
Sorry to just spring a surprise on you, but I'm sure you will come out colorful because it was not clear at all. And the effect of it will be
Yes.
more pleasant and nice if you can.
1 minute, please.
We have had some wonderful experiences together, Gopika ji and me, exchanging ideas, working on dance themes, and also imparting a lot of knowledge to youngsters in terms of bringing out Abhinaya, which is impressible, impactful for the students. Her teaching methodology is very, very communicative and reachable to every student. I have seen her students perform here in Bangalore. She has a very good set of students who have taken part in many of my productions, and they bring out beautiful essence of Mohiniyattam. Are you ready? Yeah, sure. Let me know when you are. So what is the technique that you adapt, Gopika ji, when you teach them, especially now that the online lessons are there?
In the beginning, Veena ji, I was little skeptical about the whole thing. We were discussing, no, I don't want to do only online classes, and I never believed in that. But we also move with the technique, no, with the technology. We have to live with the technology. And now Zoom classes are doing very well. Online classes are doing extremely well. See, like this, how we can do. Can you believe? Can you imagine something like this?
Yes. Where is Paris? Where is Bangalore? Where is Chennai?
Yeah, it never happened. So many things are happening now. And all my students from all over the world have come back to me because their education or their marriage or their situation would have taken them away from us. But they all have come back to us. And even my teacher, I am my Kalamandalam Sugandhi, my teacher. I am learning now. That also, this COVID time gave me an opportunity to go back to my teacher as
all of us have been learning a lot in COVID. Yeah, let us start.
Ready, yeah. निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान् निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान् नः का प्रीतिः स्यात् का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन 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 पापमेवाश्रये अस्मान् अस्मान् हत्वैतानाततायिनः हत्वैतान् आततायिनः
Please do continue with the next shloka, Bhavana. Meanwhile, just give the meaning of this shloka also, Bhavana. And the next one.
Yes. I hope you're all able to see Gopika Varma ji. Okay, great. So just 1 minute.
Can you
One
tell the
more
meaning? I will
request
show the
to
action again.
one more request to everyone. Kindly pin Gopika ma'am to your screens. I see few people have on the chat requesting that they are able to see Bhavana only. So kindly pin Gopika ma'am to your screens. Ma'am, I was just giving instruction to all the audience. Yeah. Thank you so much.
When he's giving the meaning, I will also do the.
O maintainer of all living entities. O maintainer of all living entities. Sorry, just 1 minute. I will change my view. I'm not able to see Gopika ji.
It's okay, ma, you can just.
Yes, I can see now. Yeah. So Pradyumna, please handle the view. Yeah. O maintainer of all living entities. What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? Even though they may be aggressors, sin will certainly come upon us. Sin will certainly come upon us if we slay them. Hence, it does not behove us to kill our own cousins, the sons of Dhritarashtra, and friends. O Madhava, Krishna, how can we hope to be happy by killing our own kinsmen? We will continue with the second shloka. तस्मान्नार्हा वयम् तस्मान्नार्हा वयम् हन्तुम् धार्तराष्ट्रान् सबान्धवान् धार्तराष्ट्रान् सबान्धवान् स्वजनं हि स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा 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 सुखिनः हत्वा सुखिनः श्याम माधवा 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 Thank you, Veena ma'am. This was definitely a wonderful day for me to sing for Gopika Varma ji, and
It's a great
this
experience, ma'am.
losing myself in her abhinaya. I think thank you for this wonderful experience.
In Paris and I am here in Chennai. We could do this. That is something very, very special.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a blessing.
I thoroughly enjoyed both
Veena,
of you.
thank you so much, ma'am.
And
So
Gopika has
interesting.
mastered the art of Mohiniyattam, and you gave that beautiful accompaniment for her thoughts, for her ideas to just flower out through your beautiful
That
lilting
Radha
music,
flows
Bhavana.
was very good, no, Veena?
God bless you, Bhavana.
Thank you.
The
Thank you.
raga which she has chosen for these slokas are
Yes,
excellent.
her raga, the way she chose, and the expression that she gave for each word was. I was just sitting here controlling myself not to dance. It
And
was
also,
so beautiful.
this shows Arjuna's inability
Yes.
to Krishna, telling him that what am I going to gain? What pleasure am I going to get by killing my own brothers? Dhritarashtra, sons, they are my cousins, but they are my brothers. I can see my friends. I can see my guru. All of them are mine. They are all my people. How can I kill them? And the sin of killing them will definitely fall on me. Oh Madhava, oh Janardana, oh Krishna, why are you making me to do this sin? And the pleasure getting out of it, I don't want it. I don't want that pleasure of killing my own people. Please don't kill. Such a beautiful sloka. And thank you so much, Veena, for selecting these slokas for me.
Thank you so much. A beautiful, meaningful, and you brought so much value to this project, and especially today being our 75th Independence Day.
And Veena, did you check on this? Such a great warrior, such a great soldier, such a great king, but he becomes so inefficient, no? In front of his relatives. Such
Yes.
a great warrior becomes powerless. All his strength is gone.
Comes down.
And he says that I don't want it. I don't want even the slightest happiness from that victory. From that victory. I don't want it. I don't want to enjoy that. Krishna, please save me from this situation. I think
Um,
only Bhagavad Gita can
This
do
beautiful session, we will just slowly come to an end. I would like to say a few words about Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita's timely expositions are bound to happen until the human civilization exists or cease to exist. This is a holy text which continues to inspire generations after generations in unparalleled way. Let us hope the world explores this immense spiritual, philosophical, psychological, ethical, as well as strategic potentials that it gives us in the Bhagavad Gita shlokas in building a bright, beautiful future from here until eternity. Bhavana, over to you.
It was indeed a wonderful GITA-NRITYA episode session with Guru Gopika Varma ji. Thank you so much for gracing this occasion. And as part of Indian Independence Day today, I would also like to reflect upon Bhagavad Gita as to how India is responding to the world at these times. Suhrit, Mitra, Ari, Udasina, Madhyastha Dveshya, Bandhushu, Sadhushu Apicha, Papeshu Samabuddhihi Vishishyate. The yogis look upon all well-wishers, friends, foes, the pious and the sinners with an impartial intellect. The yogi who is of equal intellect toward friend, companion and foe, neutral among enemies and relatives, and impartial between the righteous and sinful, is considered to be distinguished among humans. And India, through its vaccine Maitri and many other worldly goodwilling and harmony in the production of goodwill and harmony and spreading friendship, is truly proving that world is one family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And today with this, we as one family are in a Nishkama Seva, a Seva to the world, to India, to its rich culture and heritage. We, through Carnatic Conservatory of Paris and Samanvay Foundation, along with Guru Veena Murthy Vijay ma'am, are aiming to make this relevant to all our present, our family, our extended family, and to the entire world, spreading peace, friendship, our culture, our heritage, our music, our dance, yoga, and everything, and praying for a better India and peaceful India. As Ramnath Kovindji says, we look forward to celebrating 100 years of Indian independence very soon, and to praying for a protective, powerful, and peaceful India for generations coming forward. And namaste. Thank you all again for being part of this GITA-NRITYA. Under the patronage of Indian Embassy, we are happy to bring you many more episodes with great gurus. Next week, we have Praveen Kumar sir, who would be joining us to the GITA-NRITYA session. Request you all to be part of this GITA-NRITYA episode 8. Thank you one and everyone, one and all.
Thank you so much, Gopika ji. And I just want to share 2 words. I thoroughly enjoyed the entire presentation, and what really stood out was how you brought the essence of Dvandva, which is so much spoken from an Arjuna's perspective. You brought out how that Dvandva is also true for Kunti, who was on the winning side, also true for Draupadi, who was on the winning side, and that too after the war and not before the war, right? So that really reflects, I think that was so revealing for me, that why Dvandva is, it's all pervading, it's in all of us, and whether we are on the winning side or on the losing side, it is something that is so important to be conquered rather than the war itself, right? So I think that is what really stood out wonderfully. Your Abhinaya was such a delight to watch. We across the world, we are all connected, and we are so blessed to be watching you live. Thank you, Bhavana. Thank you, Veena ma'am, to be throwing that surprise in and really making it more
It was
interesting.
really a
For
surprise, real surprise.
I know,
Real
true,
surprise.
real
Yeah.
surprise.
So we don't know the number of repetitions, and and still it came out so well. And
No
we as
practice.
audience,
Krishna will take care of all that.
Bhavanaji, this is the beauty of Indian art.
It's so true.
Yeah, because without notation, other forms cannot perform.
so
And
true.
without rehearsals, no, definitely not.
That's because of Krishna again, Nishkama
Yeah,
Karma.
very true.
He says, leave the rest to me, you do your duty.
So true.
I will
So
take
true.
care of it. He took care of it today.
I don't know what you're going to sing next. You don't know what I am going to do next.
So true.
Yeah, but artist will do it. That is our Indian culture.
Yes, as Veena ma'am said, Krishna guided us today.
So
Thank you again.
we were blessed. I should say we as audience were blessed to watch this. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Bhavana. Please, continue with
Yes,
the introduction
so
to next.
please join us
program.
next week again for GITA-NRITYA, same time, 6 p.m. in Indian Standard Time and 2:30 European time. Thank you one and everyone. Good night, good evening, good afternoon, wherever time zones you are. Thank you again.
I thank the Conservatory and also Samskaara Bharathi.
And NamVara Studios.
Yes, and NamVara Studios and ICCR and all the other government offices for giving us this beautiful opportunity to present. Thank you.
Namaste.
सुमधुर वीणा मुरली संगीत नृत्य सम्मिलित सद्भावनार्पित सुमधुर वीणा मुरली संगीत नृत्य सम्मिलित सद्भावनार्पित
गीत-नृत्य भगवद् गीत-नृत्य गीत-नृत्य
Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you.